and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and you may see that the WIP and Waffle painting for today has changed. Cosmic Trip is finished. The dekitting will be in a couple of weeks. I think I've ended up slipping it into my schedule, just trying to change up when I do breakdowns and things because I've just done one. So yeah, I am currently working on mixture of paint gem minis, and I'm also working on the dynamic floral that I've been doing a WIP and chat on for a while. They're my two currently kitted up paintings, though I am going to kit up another 30 by 40 that you've actually not seen is coming next week. So I thought, let's do one of these mandalas. And the reason is I've actually done a couple of these. So let me just zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing. Let me scoop my easel. Try and get it so that you get the whole thing in. But I've actually done a couple of these already, and I love the transformation. So I thought, let's do a WIP and Waffle on one, and then you guys can see the transformation too. Plus, I've not done one in a while. I did put a poll up. In fact, I think it's still up at the moment, but I did put a poll up on the Facebook group to try and get a consensus for June Waffle, whether people wanted me to do paint gem minis again, to do a single painting, or to maybe do both. And the consensus has come back. The poll answers very strongly, very, very high percentage for doing one painting. So I'll be doing one painting throughout June for the June Waffle. I do not yet know what that one is. So by all means, drop me your suggestions down below in the comments to help me decide which painting to do. Now that can either be one that I can get ordered in on time, or one that I have got in my stash, preferably not too big, because I do need to do a WIP and Waffle a day on it. And yeah, the WIP and Waffles, when I'm doing them on a daily basis, aren't always as long as those on a Sunday and a Thursday at the moment, just because I'm doing one every day and squeezing it in through June. So yeah, I'll take your suggestions on what you'd like to see. There is one that I think I might do. It's slightly bigger. It is bigger than a 30 by 40, but it is a square as well, which makes me think, as well as being bigger, it's also going to take longer because it's a square, so I'm a little bit unsure. So any help is appreciated. But yeah, I've done a few of these mandalas from this mini set already, and for every single one of them I have done the black first, the black outline. Sometimes I peel back my top cover and start from the top, and sometimes in this instance, because I've taken the whole top cover off, I'm going to start from the bottom, because as I fill all this in, I will be able to lean on the bottom when I'm doing the top, because there's so much of it. Because there's so much black, I won't actually be touching the glue because the diamonds will stop me. So yeah, I hope everybody has had an amazing week. Thank you all so much for your support with launch last night. The new items in the shop. As always, you have amazed us. with your orders. I'm filming this Saturday evening. I was up pronto this morning, up with Luna, because I knew launching not only the limited trays but also the new pale blue tray, which is a stock colour, that we would potentially have quite a few orders to pack. I didn't quite expect the tool bundles to go so well. Luckily we did. They are a stock item, so we did overstock quite a bit to what we thought may sell initially, and that's worked out well. Some of them are getting low stock, but we will be placing orders for any of the missing items so that we can get those back in stock as soon as possible. So the toolkit bundles will be a constant. What may change every now and then is the tray within them, but the pictures will update. So they'll show us going out of stock, and there'll be a new picture when they come back in stock if we do need to change the colour of the tray or any components of it, but you can still get a bargain with them. So yeah, it's a good job that we overstocked for that one so that everybody was able to get what they want on launch. But yeah, we will continue to do those. So if you haven't managed to grab one yet, there will be a chance in the future. Diamond painting kit restocks are working their way through customs, which can take a week or two, depending on which border would like to hold it up and inspect and have a look at everything that's in the shipment before it can move to its next place, and whether the next place then does it as well. But they are on their way. So if you're on the email notification list for restocks of Advent or Zesty Wolf, they should come in the next few weeks once they have reached us and of course been checked, and the likes of the stickers for kitting up have been added in, etc, etc. But yeah, thank you all hugely for your support with launch. It surprises us every month how many of you keep supporting in a little way and enjoy the limited trays that we bring to launch, as well as the other goodies. We do listen to each and every one of you with requests. We had one request for a shorter bookmark to be able to mark your place in your spares box, and that one suggestion has been loved by many, so thank you ever so much for that suggestion. But yeah, we always take your suggestions on board, and if it is something that we can do, it's something that we will do. Display books for the likes of Paint Gem Minis. The A5 ones, they should also hopefully be within the next few weeks, so we should be able to team those up for next month's launch. We should be able to get those already. We have already placed a big order, but I'm actually thinking of placing another one before they go live. But again, they will be a stock item. But yeah, just keep your suggestions coming. We will do all the ones that we can. There are still a few suggestions that we're working on. Quite a few good suggestions, but ones that take a lot more time to do. So a lot of suggestions are being worked on in the background, but may not be close to completion yet. But keep them coming, because it always helps us, even if it just helps us to prioritise our list as to which one is wanted more. of the things that we're working on. And of course we're working in the background, ready for our, dare I say it, Christmas launch items. We're beavering away at all sorts of different aspects of that in the background as well. So here's to 2023. Okay, comments, questions. I have quite a few comments on my WIP and Chats to get through. This WIP and Chat will be as long as it is for me to do this mini painting, however long that may end up being. This black part, sometimes I feel like it goes really, really quick. Yeah, and then doing the colours takes ages, and other times I feel like the black seems to take forever and the colours are done really quick. I guess it depends how detailed the design is. But Wondrous Natures says she loves my blue pen. I'm actually using the same one now. She says, do you sell them? Yes, we sell them singly, and they're also in our new toolkit bundle as well. So yeah, there's two different options for them. If stock does show as low, because a lot of what is making our toolkit bundle low is actually the pens. But we have, well, we are about to, we wanted to see how launch went first, but we are about to put a big pen order in with our supplier to restock all the pens that we need to, but in turn restock quite a bit for the bundles. So if it does show us out of stock, it will come back again soon. Though the limited edition pen has sold out already. As I'm filming this, the limited edition pen has sold out, but this blue pen is still available. Mysterious Days, she says, hi Rebecca. She says she's listening to this while she's working on her own Diamond Art Club mystery kit. She said she got number 35, which is still available. She said it is so much fun. She's got maybe 10 to 20 hours left until it's done. Just a few more rows, she said. It was a ton of fun guessing what it was as she went along, she says, but now the image is clear. It also made her want to get more from the same artist, as she'd never seen his work before. And that's a good way to find a new artist. I may need to have a browse at some point, but I do feel like I maybe need to get a couple more done in my stash first. I have a few too many. She said she definitely recommends. She says even just doing one once just for the adventure. She said if you're seeing this recently, she said Diamond Art Club has 4 available at the time she posted this, which was nearly 2 weeks ago because I am that behind. She said she almost got one in her most recent order, but the order was already over $200. Well, that is showing restraint if you decided not to get another, especially if you are really enjoying your first. But maybe it'll help you top up a future order. If you find there's something else you need, you could bob it in with that. It is something that I would like to do at some point. I just also know, as easy as it would be for me to go and buy it, it's how long it would actually be before I could do it. Yeah, that's going to be my problem, I think. I think I need to decrease my stash a little bit. Wondrous Natures. She also said, it is 3:45 in the morning. No, sorry, 3:54. 3:54 in the morning. She said she finished watching about 11 o'clock due to the time that YouTube thinks we robots watch all day. She said, and no sleep, because she found when she goes to her YouTube it loses who she follows. She says if anybody else having the same, that when they get out of bed and they pull up their internet about 11 a.m, they said less follows. I'm not quite sure what less follows is. Is that subscribers to a channel, or is it that people that you were subscribed to you can no longer see? If you let us know, we can ask the people. Amy said yes, she was talking about washing. Basically her parents were away, so she was going to use their washing line while they were away. Because there's nothing like washing your bedding and getting it all dry in the same day. Though I can't talk about weather too much unless the weather has improved for Laurie. Amy is also very happy because her parents have said that she can use their line even when they're home, which is awesome news. So much better as well to just get the washing done and get it away. And I know some countries use dryers a lot. We don't tend to in the UK. Not only does it cost an absolute fortune in electric, but it is amazing how many clothes you actually cannot tumble dry in the UK. I have a combi washer dryer, but it's only if things, if I really, really get behind in the washing and it is not the weather, that I will run a few loads through the dryer. And to be honest, most of the time it's just underwear. Underwear and anything else that's light. And other than that, it goes on a maiden or a clothes horse or whatever you want to call it. Linda, she said, in addition to the person who said in relation to posture headache issues, she said she is a short person. Me too. She said so she can't use easels, etc., as she has to stretch too far for it to be comfortable. See, I am a short person. However, I am primarily short in the legs. When I'm sat down, I don't quite look as short as I am. She said she uses her desk, and when she sits at the desk is on the level where it is almost at the base of her breast. She says not an easy way to stretch up and over to get to the canvas. She said short person, big breasts, not a good combination. Oh, see, I do use my easel, but I find my easel easier to use because I'm sat on the couch when I'm doing it, so it's lower than the table. So I don't know if that makes any difference, because I use a little folding table at the couch to put my easel on, which is lower than my dining table. So maybe if you find a lower table, you could find an easel that worked. She said slanted desk works best in those circumstances, which would be ideal. I would love to have the space for a drafting table, but I would need to get rid of at least 2 printers and a dog bed to be able to do that. She says the way she does her paintings has a lot to do with her stature. She says, and how little she has to stretch as well. And actually taking regular breaks from diamond painting, even if it's just a matter of getting up, going and making a brew, going and switching some washing over, you know, something that doesn't take you away from your diamond painting for too long, but gets you to move in a different way before you sit back down and continue, I find can help. So quite often, if I do have sort of a good, you know, a big session at diamond painting, I find I can do it for, you know, a fairly long time if I am getting up and doing bits. Which can often just happen just because in our house, when it's a busy day and everybody's home, you know, there'll be different reasons to get up. Always getting some washing on and stuff can be another reason. As soon as the washing machine beeps, up you get, change it around, get thirsty, up you get, somebody comes in the room, can't find something, up you get. So things like that can help remind you that you need to keep moving. But yeah, it can definitely help. I have found with these tiny pots, with the black only, because of course all the other colours fit into the tiny pots, but I use just over half of the pot per painting so far. So every other painting I tend to fill up my little pot, which isn't too bad really, because I don't tend to do more than 2 paintings in an evening, or I haven't so far. Plus it might even go down to 1 when I get a bit more of dynamic floral done. Oh, okay, my trashy tray's sliding down because I need to wash my grip mat, and I was too lazy to wash my grip mat before this WIP and Waffle. I was like, oh, I need to wash that grip mat so it'll stick again, because it picks up dust so quick, and I'm forever taking it on and off my easel as I put things away to be able to work in the day and put it back, and it just picks up so many bits. So I'll just leave it nestled down there. I'll stop fighting with it. Kaz says, she says, another one from me. She says she's a bit of a rule breaker herself and uses tweezers. So she also uses tweezers to take glue dots out of her metal pen tips. There's a few of us naughty ones. She says, though she's not a huge fan of pink, she says the pink tray is her go-to tray in either the large or the zesty size. Pink is often my go-to as well, though I'm not against pink. I like pink. Of course, it's the company logo colour. Hence, we've always, or pretty much always, had a pink tray as a standard colour. But my go-to at the moment has been the blue. The blue has been floating around and used most often at the moment for both Cosmic Trip and doing these mini paintings. But that may end up changing. I'll end up swapping my tray one day, and then I'll stick with a different colour for a while before I change it again. My pink one I've been using for my Heaven and Earth design. That tends, my pink one tends to be the one that just sits with my Heaven and Earth design, because I do that in this room all the time. And then currently this blue one is the one that is sitting in the conservatory for whatever I do there. but I'll probably change it soon, just because I can. Lady Dax, she says, have you tried giving Luna a hard-boiled egg? She says when she has an upset tummy. She says her sister would just let the egg cool in its shell and then roll it along the floor. She said, and Titch would chase it and eat it. And then... and she'll eat it and eat it all, she says. She says she did lose her sister in 2019. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. She says, but Titch is still going strong. And he's at 18 this coming July. That is a good age. She says, so please you'll be kitting up the plant diamond painting. Yes, that is the one due for tomorrow. I couldn't remember which video I had or hadn't discussed it in. But yes, kitting up, I think it's tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it's Tuesday. I will be kitting up the plant diamond painting that I was gifted, which is one that, apart from Paulette, the rest of you may not have seen. I know I put a thank you up in the Facebook group. I can't remember if I put a picture with it. See, there's a sleep between videos or between posts on Facebook. And at the moment, my brain doesn't seem to remind me of what I have said or done and when. We haven't tried giving Luna a hard-boiled egg, primarily because we don't often have eggs in. We do occasionally have them in, but I'm intolerant to, I have an egg intolerance, which is a shame because I never used to have it and I love eggs. But because of that, they're not in as standard anymore. So no, I've not tried that one, but if she gets another, set of stomach issues, then maybe we'll get some in to try and see how that helps. Right, what colour shall I do first? So if you can see, all the black is done, which has already made this pop. Let me find another one. So I've got, of course, a few of the mandalas that I've not done. Okay, so that one's got similar colours in it to this one. So if you can see, between no diamonds and just the black diamonds on, it already pops. And this is why I wanted to do one in a WIP and Chat. Partly for a change, and partly so that you can see how they come to life. Right, where was I up to? Oh, Lady Dax also says, she still loves the look of Cosmic. Yes, there will be the full reveal for Cosmic when I do the breakdown video, which, as I say, will be possibly a couple of weeks, because I've just done a breakdown video. But I will be doing the full reveal of the amazing image. And then I need to see if I can find somewhere to put it in the house, and in turn if I can find a frame for it. I could potentially mount it on mount board, but I think I'm going to try and find a frame in the first instance. Diamond Painting Nerd says she always loves the WIP and Waffle. She said she does wonder if I have any videos that discuss the use of glue dots versus wax. She says she's becoming increasingly frustrated with using wax. She said, so she's wondered if there's any hints and tips for using glue dots, such as how to place them, how to remove them, and the efficiency of them versus wax. I do have a tips and tricks video on glue dots. That's probably the best one because I do talk through how to put glue dots into your pen. There is a way that I find works the best, and I do talk through that. I often give little tidbits in relation to them when I'm doing WIP and waffles. So once you have got your glue dot in your pen, it is something that sort of needs priming. Now don't think of that as a scary prospect. A lot of it is done along the way while you're diamond painting, but it can be initially very sticky, like too sticky for the diamonds. So you're best to dab it on your clothes or even on your face. The oils from your face can help take just that little bit of the stickiness off. And you'll find then that you can use the glue dot, but if you find it starts feeling too sticky again, then you may need to do it a couple of times while you're painting. And then all of a sudden you'll realise that you've been diamond painting for ages and not had to dab it on your clothes or your face or wherever. And that's when your glue dot will be at its prime. It'll be in its best condition of its little life, and will last you ages. I absolutely love them, and I would not want to go back to using wax anymore. So yeah, if you go to the website addmorezest.com, click on videos, under 100 tips and tricks, glue dots is in there. My website does show you each of the thumbnails, and it has the little description that it's about glue dots. And when you click on the video, it does take you to YouTube. It's just easier to search on there and see all the relevant or some of the key videos are easier to view from my website than finding them in the playlists on YouTube, because there's quite a few, I must say. There is a lot of videos on YouTube, so I've pulled out most of the tips, tricks, techniques, all that sort of stuff. The often referenced videos are on my website. But yes, change to glue dots. It's a good way to go. Kristen said she's just placed an order. So this was, say, nearly a couple of weeks ago, for some trays and pens, and she said she's already got a shipping notice. Yes, we have collections for both US, well, for all orders. We have collections on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, working day. We have collections now for all orders. And then we have sort of two different cut-offs. So the US orders have to be ready a little bit before the UK and the other international orders. But we do our best to get them out same day, if not next day. It's always our aim. Launch always tests us as to whether we can get them out as quick, but we always do our best. And if not, we get as many as we can out. This launch, as I say, I was up at daft o'clock, and so far today I have managed to get all US orders out that were placed up until I think about 3 o'clock. I think there's been a couple that's come through since I got the rest done. Most of them have been updated. A couple of them I just need our courier to press a button in the office on Monday morning so that I can print the label out. Occasionally it doesn't like me telling it that I have as many orders as I do. So as soon as they press a button on Monday, but basically they're all ready to be picked up on Monday and ready to go. And hopefully the rest, any place since then, will be too. But now, later on today, so this evening and tomorrow, I will be getting UK and the rest of the world ready that were placed on Friday. And yeah, they will mark as dispatched when they're collected on Monday. So you'll get your dispatch notifications as they come to pick those up. So yeah, we always aim. Every now and then things can throw a spanner in the works, and there are a couple of items that do say there may be a delay. So the Heaven and Earth design sticker sheets do say up to 2 weeks. We always try and get them out quicker, but the up to 2 weeks is just, it can depend on how many orders we have for them and how much, because Megan creates those, and how Megan's work schedule is to when she can get those created and printed. But anything that we have that's got a slight delay is in the listing. She says it might take a bit to get to the US, but she's very excited. Hopefully it'll be with you by now, if not very soon, because we have just had Easter weekend. But US orders are getting quicker, unless it gets stuck in customs in a particular port, airport, when they arrive. We did have some orders from last month's launch get stuck in customs for about a week, but once they got moving, they got there really quick. So yeah, hopefully you will have it soon. She said she started watching my videos about 2 months ago. She said when YouTube randomly suggested one to me. Well, you can thank my subscribers for YouTube randomly suggesting one to you. It's the fact that people are subscribed and they like my videos that tells YouTube to recommend. She says she ordered a few budget kits from Amazon, and she got a Diamond Art Club kit from Joann's, and she's just placed an order from Crafties and Diamond Art Club with her birthday money. Somebody's hooked. She said she can see how people get so many canvases in their stash. Yes, shopping for the pretty pictures is just as much fun. It really is just as much fun as diamond painting. Just diamond painting takes longer than shopping. She says, thank you for your videos and your tips and tricks. Well, thank you for your order. Thank you for joining us on the WIP and Waffle and for watching my videos. Long may it continue, and we can keep diamond painting and chatting and possibly adding to our diamond painting stash while we're there. Because believe me, most of my purchases come from suggestions from subscribers than me going looking. A lot of my stash, my last, buying Cosmic Trip was a subscriber's fault. It was a good fault. My last Dreamer Designs order was also another subscriber's fault. And if I end up buying a Diamond Art Club mystery one, that will also be fully blamed on a subscriber and have nothing to do with the fact that I added one to my cart. Excuse me. This chest infection is lingering. My coughing bouts aren't quite as much as they were, but it definitely has its odd little moments where it sneaks up on me. Sarah B, she says, hi, she says she's glad to hear that Greg's was a good choice of sausage roll. I think it's the iconic British sausage roll. She said that I mentioned that she should try one if she ever gets to visit the UK. And she says, oh my goodness, she would love to visit someday. She says she's been wishing to since she was a little girl. She says, fingers crossed that one day she will get there. She said, Cosmic is looking so much fun and just colourful. She said she loves it. So start yourself a little UK saving jar for getting yourself over to the UK. I recommend summer over winter. Not that our summers are piping hot. I guess it depends where you're based, whether you will think it's warm or not. But it definitely won't be as cold as our winter. That's for sure. It'll probably just be wet instead. Crystal, she says, hi Rebecca. She says, thank you for the extra long whip and waffle, which is one from the other week. This one may or may not end up being a short one. I guess it depends how quick these colours disappear. It might end up being about the same length, maybe not a super long one, but it might still end up being a fairly decent whip and waffle by the time I get these colours in. But can you see them popping? I don't know, you might all just be diamond painting and not looking at the screen anyway, but I love the way it starts to pop the more and more symbols that I cover up. 310 might sometimes be horrid, but sometimes it makes a statement. Crystal also says she loves having 2 whip and waffles a week. She said you do spoil us. Well, you're helping me as well. I know you all love 2 whip and waffles. I love the fact that now I'm reading the comments from the Sunday whip and waffle on the Sunday and the Heaven and Earth design on the Heaven and Earth design. I actually love that there's kind of a couple of different conversations going on each one. Of course, you know, most of the Heaven and Earth design chatter is on that video, with a bit of cross stitch in there as well, which has been fun. But then we have other general chatter over there as well, and then a different trail of chatter over here. And I love it. I do like doing a whip and waffle. I know you guys like a whip and waffle. Bit of company while you're diamond painting. And it's really helping me to get my Heaven and Earth design done, to be accountable for my Heaven and Earth design, while still having my Sunday waffle, which is filmed normally on a Saturday or a Sunday, so really, really close to it, which allows me to give you any updates, waffle about shop launch and things like that, and just give you, you know, little bits of information that may help you, or just, you know, give you an insight into what this crazy house can sometimes be like on a weekend, especially a launch weekend. Other weekends it's a little bit more subdued, but we did put an announcement up in the shop as well. We have switched on, reminded me. We have gone back to offering standard shipping for international countries that aren't the US. So basically the US we get picked up by one courier, the rest of the world we get picked up by another, by our standard Royal Mail. Still the cheapest option. Yeah, so we've offered standard shipping again because shipping times seem to be pretty much back to normal. So the option to not have it tracked is back, We've also been able to secure a cheaper price with Royal Mail for international. So we have lowered the price on both tracked and not tracked as well, because we only ever want to be, you know, charging for shipping what it costs. We're not trying to make money out of shipping at all. Keep it as low as possible. So that was all changed before launch so that you could take advantage of it to the best of our capabilities for that. And US orders, of which we have a new courier, we've now been able to get access to tracking with them. So yeah, we've managed to secure tracking with them. So US get the lower of the two prices, but they now all come with tracking for the lower price. So it's working well. See, you lot helping, buying, helps us as well to get better deals, which in turn we pass on to you guys as and when we can. That's made a little flower, I've just noticed. As soon as I put the other one in, it's like, oh, it's a little flower. It's a little flower. This one's going to make a little flower as well. Sort of. It's probably just a different pattern to everybody else, but it looks like a flower to me. So I'll take it. Emily said she made her first order from us last week and she can't wait to get it. Awesome news. Thank you, Emily. All appreciated greatly. It's helping me to live the dream, keep bringing new stuff, new ideas, and helping us all to enjoy diamond painting in our own little ways. Kirsty also said she just stumbled across my channel and placed an order. Thank you, Kirsty. There's a theme going. Do stick around. Loads of videos to watch. And on the website you can find a lot of the key videos that are a bit more timeless. Or you can just, of course, hit the WIP and Waffle playlist and use that as a reason to diamond paint for even longer. That always works. Take any excuse you can. Some crafts, she said she had a good giggle when the power tripped and your lights went off. See, it all happens in these WIP and Waffles. I keep everything in there. I think you should see the good, the bad and the ugly. Even if it's dark. She said that's how those in South Africa diamond paint. She said each day. She says one moment you have a lot of light and you're loving working on your diamond painting, and the next it's dark. Basically South Africa have something called load shedding. Their state-owned electricity company doesn't produce enough electricity for what everybody needs. So they have scheduled rolling blackouts throughout the day. I think that would drive me up the wall. We figured out what caused our lights to trip off, so it shouldn't happen anymore. But yeah, I can't imagine just being happy diamond painting and all of a sudden lights out. It'd be like somebody telling you to stop diamond painting, but in a rude way, by just turning the lights off on you. I could possibly cope, well, I could cope without electricity if I knew it was coming. I'd like to plan for something like that a little bit more. Okay, let me find, now I've just come across a batch of Heaven and Earth design comments. Oh, here we go. So guard puzzle, excuse me, language, words, says, oh my, look at those colours. That's when I was working on Cosmic Trip. They said they think it is the use of colour and the overall design that makes it look so good. They said they do their diamond painting on a 70cm long fold up and down plastic table. They found a good priced A3 light pad that came complete with a metal stand. It doesn't hold all of their painting, so to avoid the already drilled area falling off the top and the side of the pad, making a corner, so you know when it folds over the top and you end up with a crease in it. They put a large piece of card that's about 70 by 80 centimetres wide behind their light pad on the stand, and the drills on the completed part are thanking them to stop the drills from folding. Yeah, I completely get you in relation to that. I think that's why a lot of the time when I'm working on my easel, I work from the bottom, so I end up actually rolling it down towards me, and it actually tucks under the little lip of my easel so that I don't end up leaning on it. But yeah, any way you can stop it folding in half is good. Though if you can roll it up as well, that works as long as you roll the drills outwards. Definitely works better when it's got diamonds on it rolled outwards, so they don't pop off and cause a problem. Lisa asks, do we sell the tips that we're using, that I was using on the pens, so these metal tips? Yes, we do. We sell them individually, or we do sell a set that gives you multi-placers and straighteners and all that sort of stuff if you want a full set, or you can buy each of them individually, so you can pick and choose which you want. I think they're all back in stock now as well. There are a couple more that have got low, but they will be ordered as soon as possible. We'll be doing a big restock on pens, metal tips, all that sort of stuff will be going in with our supplier very soon. Stephanie said, hi Rebecca, in reference to Dreamers Designs, have you seen Cosmic Tree? She said it would have gone right in my cart if the drills were round drills. Yes, Cosmic Trip is the painting that was posted up in the group. I want to say by Crystal. Apologies if I'm blaming Crystal and it wasn't Crystal. I can be rubbish with names. Some names it takes me a while and then they truly stick in my head, and some other names I recognise but I don't always associate them right. I think it was Crystal though. Yes, she posted a picture of Cosmic Tree up in the group. Megan absolutely fell in love with it. We ended up ordering from Dreamers Designs, and I ended up ordering another Anne-Marie Bon. So they're on their way, but I think with my video schedule, I'm not sure if I will be able to unbox them before or after June Waffle. But yes, Cosmic Tree is joining our house. See, and as I mentioned before, our subscribers are often the reason for our stash being so big as well, because we just can't resist. But yeah, good shout, Stephanie. It's definitely one that we love. And yeah, my subscribers know both me and Megan rather well, because very often the suggestions that they make are actually ones that we end up going and buying because they're perfect for us. So yeah, but this painting is done. I'm going to move. I do tend to reuse this washi tape. I tend to just pull it off like this when the painting's done and stick it like that, and then stick another one in its place until the washi tape's had enough. But look at what it looks like when it's finished. I just had to do one in a WIP and Waffle because I think this is an example of a painting when 310 is not horrid. 310 is just so works on this. And to give you a quick sneak while we like the odd sneak in a WIP and Waffle, this is some of the others that I've completed. Yeah, it is 4. I thought it was a couple each evening. I did a couple over 2 evenings. But just look how they pop. This one had so much black, but all the colours just shine. So yeah, that's the mandala set from Paint Gem. I have got an unboxing on it to show you them all, and I have got a discount code which is on my website under discount codes that I've got for different companies to share with all of you amazing people. But yeah, I've finished that one. So I'm going to pop this one here so that I don't cause any damage to my washi tape. But I am going to leave my bit of plastic on because I need to go and start packing some of the UK and international orders so that I can, because I am trying my best to get them all out of the door on Monday as soon as possible, because I'm excited for you guys to receive everything. But thank you all so much again for your support. I say, whether it's orders from the shop, liking and subscribing to the videos, it all helps greatly. And yeah, lets me keep diamond painting, waffling about diamond painting and sausage rolls and all the rest. But yeah, I will speak to you again throughout the week with many different videos. Be back for a Heaven and Earth Design WIP and Waffle on Thursday, and a WIP and Waffle, I'm not sure what painting. I might be doing the plant painting by next week. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for next Sunday's WIP and Waffle, so tune in next week to find out which painting I decide to start or continue with. Again, who knows how the week will go. But yeah, I'll speak to you all again soon.